beautiful hotbed of Indiana. Hello and thanks for joining us, folks, for this midweek NBA action on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan with you, joined by Doris Burke, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge reporting courtside. Now let's take a look at some of the numbers for Domantas Sabonis.
And in the last 5 games, he's made a bunch of hustle plays on the glass more than anywhere else. His rebounding totals in these games shows a dramatic increase from his numbers during the rest of the season.
A look at the starting group for the Magic. The lengthy bigs inside, Isaac and Bamba. Fultz is out there with Harris, and it's Ross in at the 3 slot. And for the Pacers, Turner and Sabonis playing inside. LeVert out there with Brogdon, and it's Warren in at the 3. Tonight, Greg, 2 teams with a lot of history that know each other very, very well.
And sometimes familiarity breeds contempt, and that goes for the players, coaches, and fans. This one might get heated.
I'm sure you felt that way many times when you play.
Almost every time I took the court.
Good.
You literally want to dislike your opponent.
And they'll keep possession. Sabonis, no good. And so it's Ross. He brings it up for Orlando. Here's the 3. Bamba kicks to Fultz. Lets the 3 fly. That one misses. And Indiana will go the other way with it. Their last meeting was in Orlando, where they were unable to fight off the Magic.
Yeah, and looking back at their last game against this club, they were badly out-rebounded.
This guy is such a good all-around player. Karis LeVert sharpening his court awareness and finding his open teammates.
So the Indiana Pacers able to put the first points up on the board. Pass to Harris. There's the triple. And Domantas Sabonis pulls it down.
They are 0 for the game thus far. 0 of 4 here, still looking for their first make.
It's stolen by Harris. A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Bamba trying to break free. Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play. Orlando shooting their first free throw of the night.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
First quarter, just over a minute played. LeVert kicks to Turner. There's the pass to Brogdon. To the paint. Here's Sabonis. And a great assist by Brogdon as that one goes in.
If you want to talk about an NBA player who has poise and vision, that's Malcolm Brogdon doing work with the pass. That is nicely done.
For Orlando, they won their last contest, that game against the Raptors. Fultz the pass to Harris. Ross against Warren. On the wing, Isaac. No good on the triple. Pacers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. And Brogdon, here we go. Ross against Warren. No good from outside. Magic have gotten only 1 of 6 shots to drop for them to start this game.
And Doris, one thing that's never been an issue for Fultz, that handle. Great at navigating in traffic for himself or creating opportunities for his teammates.
Right, Markelle is so adept at using change of pace, change of direction. It's a little bit of a herky-jerky motion. He'll lull you to sleep and then out of nowhere cross you over. This guy is fun to watch. There's a certain sort of tenacity that Malcolm Brogdon brings to competition every night. Off the dribble drive, okay.
Orlando trailing here. Pass to Isaac. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
I don't think there's any question. There are so many rules that favor the offense these days. You've got to be able to equal things out when an illegal screen is set.
So the Magic, their last game, a win against the Raptors in Toronto.
Well, on the road, you don't expect to look so comfortable on the offensive end, but that was the story of the game.
It came down to execution. No wasted possessions, and that is absolutely essential trying to win on the road.
And it's Harris with the ball for Orlando. They trail by 1. Nice D from Sabonis.
Boy, if you're going up against this guy in this close a range, you've got to defend with everything you've got. A tremendous job defensively.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Going right to the rim, which is where you want transition opportunities to end.
And so here's Orlando, following the score by Indiana. Isaac passes to Fultz. Ross on the wing, shoots over Warren. That one off the back iron and out.
I'm sure he's kicking himself. He hates to blow that kind of opportunity.
LeVert kicks to Turner. Right side Sabonis. 9 feet out. And what a play. Just snatched out of the air. Credit the block. Pass to Ross. Sabonis with the steal. And even 3-on-3 break. Bamba with the block.
I'll tell you, the kind of lockdown defender Mo Bamba can be. Send it back, young man.
Harris finds Fultz on the mark with the 15-footer.
Easy little jumper for him right there, guys.
And for the Pacers, they come in off a great outing against the Nets in Brooklyn. Outside Turner. Pass to Sabonis. Over Bamba. Sabonis, no good.
I think he's got to settle down because right now it feels like he's rushing, like he's forcing some shots. This quarter he has been completely bothered.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Well, Mo Bamba is the prototypical modern NBA big, right? The size combined with the shooting ability.
Greg, obviously we're early on here. We already have seen some second-year players looking much more improved over their rookie year.
I mean, if you put in the work, you're not guessing as much. And listen, the fact that you now have gone through the season, you've got a better sense of who you are and what you can do out on the floor. I know I cut way back on my turnovers at the start of my second year, and you go into the offseason with specific goals and areas where you want to improve.
You think there's more growth between your first and second year than any other 2 years in your career?
You could make that case, no doubt about it, because that's you're still thinking you could be one of the all-time greats no matter who you are at that stage, and so you tend to put in a little more emphasis in terms of improvement.
Now here's LeVert. He's coming off a 25-point game against the Nets in Brooklyn. The pass to Brogdon. Over Fultz. The shot by Brogdon, no good. The Magic shooting a pretty distressing 27% here in the early minutes. Harris passes to Fultz. Once again off the mark, Orlando. The Pacers shooting 33% here in the first quarter. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Isaac outside. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Here's Warren. And Bamba pulls it down. Bamba's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Here's Harris. Bamba kicks to Harris. Over Sabonis. Bamba. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
This is a skilled, hungry offensive rebounder, and Mo Bamba's size and motor make him a problem on the windows.
Now, here's Brogdon. 23 points for him the last game against the Nets in Brooklyn.
It's almost as if there's a lid on the hoop for him right now. He still hasn't gotten one to fall in the quarter.
Got that one up quick. Fultz has got 5 points so far.
Whenever Fultz is in a catch-and-shoot situation, you know he can't wait for that ball to find his hands.
Brogdon kicks to Turner to end the run, and it's good on the way up.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
And it'll be Orlando with their first time out of the game right here. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Well, Kevin, Steve Clifford gave me a few minutes before the game. He was worried about their interior defense. He doesn't want them getting gutted in the paint. He told his players, look, they're going to score, but we've got to make it difficult on them to give ourselves a chance to win. Guys, let's see if they can follow that advice.
Thanks, David. Some changes for Indiana. McDermott's checked in for T.J. Warren. Lamb comes in for Karis LeVert. And Aaron Holiday is subbed in for Brogdon. Now here's Carter Williams. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Raptors in Toronto. Just 5 on the clock. And it's sent back by Turner.
Miles Turner with that length sends it back twice on the pipes. Miles.
Orlando leading. Now Hampton. 8 points his last outing. Pass to Birch. Clock at 6. The Magic need to get a shot off here. From outside the arc. Pacers with the rebound. They're coming off that win against the Nets.
Mental toughness on the road. The arena was rocking, but they just got down to business and never let up.
I thought what really stood out was how dominant they were on the offensive end. That was about as flawless as you could hope for.
Goes back up. The rebound by Turner.
And on the glass so far, it hadn't even been close.
Holiday, the pass to Sabonis. It's stolen by Hampton. And here comes Hampton leading the fast break. And the dunk by Hampton.
And with the pace of today's game, transition defense is at a premium.
I don't think anyone was catching him on that play. That is unbelievable.
Now here is Holiday. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Lamb with the ball, and it's Carter picking him up.
And Doris, just a devastating injury for Lamb last season. Tore his ACL and meniscus after the All-Star break.
And Greg, automatically you know he's going to miss a large amount of time with that kind of diagnosis. But give Jeremy Lamb a lot of credit. Put the work in to get back on the floor, and this team's happy to have him. He still has a knack for scoring from the wing.
Free throw drops for Lamb. Greg, good to see Jeremy Lamb back on the floor after his injury. He can still be a productive wing, you think, off the bench for this team.
No doubt about it. More of a finisher for this team. Lamb shouldn't have any lingering effects coming off that ACL. His game's diverse enough to get shots anywhere in the half court, and he'll continue to be a productive player for the foreseeable future.
Greg, who would you choose as the best defenders of the NBA pick and roll?
Oof. That is a tough one. This will surprise some people. Nikola Jokic is one of the better big men defending the pick and roll, in part because of his instincts. You know, he doesn't impress me in terms of his physical attributes, but his mind, the ability to anticipate, having a sense of how perimeter players play the game. He's a guy that's terrific. I'll give you an oldie but goodie in Andre Iguodala. He's still terrific. And I pick bigger guys because you've got to be able to switch that and guard smaller players. And, you know, at the center and the swing position, those are two guys that still are very reliable.
They get it back. Turner. And it's denied.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Here's Carter. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
Bully ball at its finest there. Carter Jr. brings a physical presence to this team.
Passes it to Sabonis. Outside, Lamb. Shot from 12. Good work defensively by Carter.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
Well, not at the offensive end, certainly. He cannot buy a bucket right now.
Carter Williams with it. Sabonis defending. They recover it. They got him on the arm, but it still can For Orlando, they have gone 2 for 3 at the foul line in this game. T.J. McConnell, he's checked in for the Pacers.
In the 7th pick of the 2018 draft, Carter Jr.'s potential is enticing. A bruising big man with a bright future ahead of him.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And McConnell gets it to go.
This is what we call highly efficient play. Working off the screen, getting to the cup.
1:51 left here in the first quarter. Holiday against Carter Williams. Turner with the steal. Now the fast break. Lamb with the ball. And slam dunk by Lamb.
And that's how you do it, guys. Ball pressure and then get some runouts.
1:32 left here in the opening quarter. Now here's Hampton. He's covered by McConnell. Here's Birch, and it's sent back by Turner. Holiday up top. Carter Williams covering, and the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play. The Pacers shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
And it's Carter Williams with the ball for the Magic. Pass to Hampton. 1:02 left in the first quarter of the game. And it's sent back by Turner. And up the court come the Pacers on the break. Lamb leading the charge. 6 changes of the lead here.
Yeah, both teams still kind of feeling their way through this game.
52 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's Carter Williams. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Feeds it to Carter. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. He kicks it to Ennis. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Birch's shot's good. And the Magic lead by 1.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
And here's McConnell. Down low. And Lamb slams it home.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
And right now you love the chess match, right? The ability of each side to adjust to what the other is doing.
We come back right after this. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Pacers?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
I think across the board, a number of guys who've done a great job guarding multiple positions.
Indiana leading. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. On the court for Indiana. Miles Turner out there with Doug McDermott. And it's T.J. McConnell. Then it's Jeremy Lamb. And it's Holiday in at the 2. Hampton with the ball. And the pass to Carter. The fadeaway. In the corner, it's Harris. 5 to shoot. The rebound by Turner. Turner's got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Holiday. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And a guy like Justin Holiday, a great option off the bench. Consistent scoring threat with that second unit.
That's exactly right. And Justin Holiday also provides you solid defense to go along with that shooting, Greg. And he's older now. There's a calmness to his presence while he's on the floor. He's been with a couple of teams. He's been around a little bit. So he's just got to maximize what he does best.
And he makes the first. Reggie, we hear this a lot. It's almost too popular now to say good offense beats good defense. Being a defensive-minded player yourself, do you agree with that statement?
Absolutely, Kevin. And the thing is, in today's game, when I played, there was an era, you know, you could hold teams in the 80s and 90s. You could go a quarter and keep them at 12, 15 points. You can't do that now. It's different. You've got to be able to win stretches of 2 and 3 minutes. And honestly, you're right. The offense does dictate far more, but it doesn't discount the importance of defense. And if you still look at the reigning champs and the teams that have won titles recently, that's still one area that they're consistent in, is their defensive approach.
Here's McDermott. The shot, no good. And it's the Magic taking it the other way. That'll go on McDermott. That's his first foul. Malcolm Brogdon's checked in for Lamb. Jonathan Isaac, he's checked in for the Magic. Magic shooting 31%, not looking sharp offensively to say the least. Now, here's Hampton. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. And then Carter with the jam.
And this is what you love about Carter. Sets great picks, and he's a monster rolling toward the cup.
Right side Turner. Kicks it to McDermott. Back to Turner. For 3. And it's Orlando with the rebound. At the conclusion of this game, they're off to Detroit, where they'll face the Pistons. That is game 3 of this 4-game trip.
Boy, there's big-time athleticism in the body of Markelle Fultz. Get up, young sir.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Pass to Brogdon. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Markelle Fultz. That's his first foul. Indiana making some changes. T.J. Warren comes in for McDermott, and it's LeVert in for T.J. McConnell. Mohamed Bamba, he's checked in for Orlando. Terrence Ross comes in for Hampton. Brogdon against Fultz, and that one's good, Brogdon.
Every guard in the NBA should have a floater game. Malcolm Brogdon goes to that aspect.
And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Fultz against Brogdon. Harris, right side. Over Holiday. Harris, no good. And so it's Turner with it. He brings it up for the Indiana Pacers. Trailing by 2. Brogdon outside. Passes it to Holiday. He kicks to Warren. 6 to shoot. And oh, what a play. He just palms the block. Harris against Brogdon. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
For Orlando, they have been successful on 3 of their 4 free throw attempts up to this point. That's good from Harris. So he gets them both.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Pacers trail by 4. Pass to Turner. And here's LeVert. To the inside. Keeps it alive. And Warren able to finish.
Well, T.J. Warren is terrific at using his frame to become a factor on the glass. I love it.
And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. And Justin Holiday picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
Another foul would give him 3 before the half. Something to keep an eye on, guys.
The Pacers making a switch here. Sabonis is checked in. Ross for 3. Pacers with the rebound. Warren's got 4 rebounds in this game. LeVert the pass to Sabonis. It's good. This game is all even. Sabonis has got his second basket of the game.
We are talking about 6'11", 240 pounds of nothing but big-time athlete. Domantas Sabonis doing work.
Fultz the bounce pass. And there's the pass to Ross. Inside, shot clock at 6. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Boy, Jonathan Isaac comes out of Florida State back in 2017. 6th overall pick. Obviously, with that high a pick, you think, oh, he's come out of his career a little bit slow. But this team believes in his upside and is committed to building with him.
That's good from Isaac.
And with Isaac, there is a lot to like. He could be a huge two-way forward for this team.
Right, Greg. A modern NBA big has got to develop a consistent perimeter game, which Isaac is working on. This guy's a big-time finisher right now. So with that frame and that age, this guy's upside absolutely tremendous.
Brogdon looking it over. There's the dish to Warren. Fades away. The shot that time not on target. And Orlando will come the other way.
And boy, have they been hitting the backboard in this game or what? Kind of surprising. It's such a tight game. And a great job from the line this quarter. They've gotten their percentage way up there.
Greg, you really began to emerge and got on the national scene at UNLV, but you started your college career at Portland, where you were actually named the Conference Freshman of the Year.
Yeah, how about I actually averaged more points in Portland than in any season I played at Vegas. Totally different roles, but Portland's always going to have a sweet spot in my heart. My first child was born in the great city of Portland.
And he makes both free throws.
They've upped their percentage to around 90 from the line today. Great job this quarter.
Brogdon outside. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Malcolm Brogdon does a nice job to commit, gets himself a trip to the free throw line.
First trip to the line for him here.
And you know, something I remember from their last game was how good he was at the line.
Brogdon hits them both.
Of course, we all remember that Malcolm Brogdon back in 2016 was a second-round draft pick. You certainly have to wonder, do teams wish they had a redo with this guy?
And you're not going to pass up that kind of look.
And so it's Brogdon who brings up the ball for Indiana. 4-point game. Next up on the schedule, the Grizzlies. That'll be a home game. That'll be the second of 4 games at home for them. LeVert. And it's Orlando with the rebound. Isaac's got his 6th rebound on the night. And the call will be against Sabonis. So that will be his 2nd foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2. He'll take his 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the game right here. And he knocks down the first one.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
Aaron Holiday is checked in for the Pacers. And both free throws good for Isaac.
And guys, this is the formula for winning basketball. Get to the line and bury your free throws. Their percentage right now is terrific.
Brogdon outside. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Markelle Fultz. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
On defense, the Magic. 6-point lead. Brogdon the pass to Warren. And Bamba with the block.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game. And playing with a lot of fire now. They had a tough start in that first quarter. Didn't shoot it well, but didn't let that discourage them. And now they're showing what they can do offensively.
Well, to me, the size of Sabonis creates problems for the defense. You cannot be careless in how you guard this guy.
This is his first free throw of the game. First one falls for him.
And Doris, last season, Domantas Sabonis turned a corner in terms of development. He became a key cog in this offense.
That's exactly right, Greg. Coach trusted him in more pick-and-roll situations. He allowed him to do more heavy lifting within the offense. And Sabonis has got great basketball IQ. He understands how to make reads, set solid screens. This is a guy who makes people around him better.
And Sabonis drops them both.
You know what? There seems to me to be an infectious energy when we're talking about Domantas Sabonis. This is a big man with a great future in the NBA.
Now Fultz. He's got 11. Off target on the outside leaner.
I don't know if he's trying to show off for the crowd or what, but there's no reason for that kind of shot.
Pass to Holiday. Now here's Brogdon. It's LeVert on the wing. Here's Sabonis. Second shot opportunity, and he lays it up and in. Sabonis has got 6 points in the quarter.
Domantas Sabonis has the ability to keep possessions alive. He's crafty getting position, gets to the offensive window. That's nicely done.
Holiday against Fultz. Here's Ross. The putback. It's good on the putback. And the Magic lead by 6.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Sabonis with the bucket.
I'll tell you, he's having his way right now in the second period. Forget the first quarter. Let's get to work.
Here's Fultz. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production. Passes to Isaac. And here's Fultz. But they get it back.
And the offensive rebounding, really the story here today. Even with the big lead, they're still showing more hustle on the board.
The kick out to Sabonis. Indiana moving it around. Pass to LeVert. Offensive rebound with the second effort. That one's good, and the Magic lead is cut down to just 2 points with the bucket from Sabonis.
I'll tell you, despite this guy's strong play in this period, they're still behind. Someone else has got to step up.
Fultz, the pass to Isaac. Back to Fultz. All alone. Orlando getting another chance here.
Well, they have the advantage, but you still feel like this guy needs to find a way to get himself going.
Oh, what a pass. And then he lays it in with the circus move.
So smooth. Orlando's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Fultz, the bounce pass. Ennis passes to Fultz. Kicks it to Ross. Isaac outside. Misses the three. Here's Indiana. They've gone on a 10-2 run, not allowing much. That gives them the lead. Brogdon's got 12 in the game.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Now a timeout called by Orlando.
And T.J. Warren has always been able to score. Gives you production whether he's playing the 3 or the 4.
Greg, the numbers have never been a concern for T.J. Warren. He's always been a solid scorer. He's increased his efficiency. He's leaned a little bit more heavily on the three-point opportunity, which is so important. For him, to me, it's about staying healthy.
Indiana making some changes. Doug McDermott, he's checked in for Warren. Lamb comes in for Karis LeVert. And it's T.J. McConnell in for Brogdon. So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Wendell Carter, he's checked in for Mohamed Bamba. Kem Birch comes in for Isaac. Hampton's checked in for Terrence Ross. And Michael Carter-Williams subbed in for Markelle Fultz. 4 on the clock. Ennis, good.
Yeah, and you can see the defense broke down there, allowing him to get all the way to the hoop.
And so it's Lamb with it. He brings it up for Indiana. McConnell with it, and it's Carter picking him up.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Orlando, they've gone 7 of 16, shooting just under 50% here in the second quarter. Carter-Williams kicks to Birch. Carter outside. The three. Kept alive Orlando.
Oh, tough play underneath there to give them another possession, just what they were hoping for. A little more time off the clock.
Now here's Lamb. He's tightly guarded. Sabonis at the elbow. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. He's got 16.
He's got it going here in the second, gaining momentum as this game continues to go.
1:56 left to play here in the half. Holiday against Carter-Williams. Dishes it to Ennis. Here's Birch. Here's Carter. And then Carter with the dunk.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Outside Holiday. Sabonis, the pass to Holiday. That falls. Nice feed that time from Sabonis. Holiday's got 7 points.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Now here's Hampton, guarded by Holiday. Hampton passes to Carter. Sabonis with the steal. Here's Holiday. A beautiful reverse layup. Holiday's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
Carter-Williams with it. 54 seconds left in the first half. Here's the floater. Sabonis grabs the board. Pacers leading by 4. Fast break. Here comes Indiana. And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A three-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
The finish in transition, nice and easy.
The Pacers have shot the ball well from the free throw line, 8 of 9. Miles Turner, he's checked in for Domantas Sabonis. That's good from McConnell. The Magic trail by 7. The pass to Ennis. Shot to stop the run. And no good that time. And Indiana will come the other way. Out to Lamb. Back to Holiday. Puts up a 3. Carter pulls it in. Carter's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Pass to Ennis. With 1 on the clock.
And this is why this team considers Turner a defensive stalwart. Long arms, quick feet, the ability to contest shooters. Really good defense.
And so it's Indiana heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Kevin, thanks. Here with Coach Clifford. What was the biggest problem for your guys in the first half?
Well, you know what? We're a defensive team first, and we've been good defensively. We've been organized. We weren't that in that first half, and that's what we got to concentrate to get the game going back our way.
See if you revert back to your form in the second half. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, and welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson here. If your name is Shaquille O'Neal, raise your hand, please. If your name is Shaquille O'Neal, raise your hand, please. I guess Shaq's not here today. If your name is Kenny the Jet Smith, raise your hand, please. There. And I'm Kevin Harlan. A tremendous game we're seeing from Domantas Sabonis. He had 16 points, 10 rebounds, and 1 assist. He came in with something to prove tonight after having a very tough outing in their last game. And Shaq, what did you see out there from the Pacers?
The difference to me has been their offense in the paint. They've had a mismatch. They take full advantage. They're making smart entry passes, not trying to force the ball, and the opening is not there.
How about you, Kenny? What did you think about Orlando?
Poor efficiency on offense. That's what jumps out at me. You aren't going to win many games shooting under 35%. Bad shot selection, too much one-on-one play, not finishing with authority. Now, these are correctable errors. They could choose to come out in the second half and completely flip that script.
Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away from the start of the third quarter.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books, 1 half to go. You know, Domantas Sabonis has been exceptional here, guys.
Well, it didn't take him long to get that double-double. Already has it halfway through the game.
That takes a level of aggression and a level of focus, and he has brought it all night thus far.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. Pacers leading by 7. Tipping off the second half, here's Steve Clifford's 5. The lengthy bigs inside, Isaac and Bamba. Gary Harris is out there with Markelle Fultz. And it's Ross in at the small forward position. And it's LeVert missing.
Really surprising to see the huge edge they have in rebounds, given what the scoreboard says.
Here's Harris. Basket good. Harris has got the first points to start out the third quarter for Orlando.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible, and boy, that's a terrific start right there.
Now here's Turner. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it's Brogdon off the drive. Tries again. Sabonis, the pass to Brogdon. And Turner kicks to LeVert. Brogdon with it. Picked up by Harris. And the Pacers can't get it to go.
And out of the gates here in this second half, they have not started well. 0 of 3.
Here's Brogdon. 12 points for him. to the left side wing. Isaac with the steal. And here comes Harris leading the fast break. And good that time. And that's 13 points for Gary Harris.
Wow, what a start. 3 for 3. Terrific play calling. Everything clicking out of the gates here.
Warren finds LeVert. Outside, Sabonis. Passes it to Brogdon. That's the 6th make from the field. He's taken 9 shots and missed but 3.
This guy is cooking right now. He is leading them on the offensive end as they remain in front here.
2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. The Magic trail by 3. Now Fultz. 11 points in the game. Takes the 13-footer. Here's Bamba. It's rebounded by Indiana. Here's LeVert. Scoring-wise, he's definitely making his mark right now. He's averaging about 19 points a game.
A fast release from Karis LeVert. The timing on the pull-up jumper, pretty.
Fultz against Brogdon. Down low. Here's Harris. No good. Shot missing. Good work defensively by Turner. Brogdon outside. Sabonis, the pass to Turner. Shoots over Isaac, and it's sent back by Isaac.
Isaac using every bit of that 6'10" frame to send it back.
Brogdon with it. Now guarded by Fultz. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Such a multi-talented threat on the offensive end, and you love his confidence.
The Pacers have gone 9 of 10 from the line, so making the most of their chances. The Pacers making a change here. Holiday's checked in. And the free throw drops for LeVert.
To me, Karis LeVert has tons of upside. This is a 6'7" guard with an outstanding skill set.
Pass to Isaac. Some nice ball movement by the Magic. Harris's shot is off. And so it's Brogdon who brings up the ball for Indiana. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. Sabonis, and a great assist by Brogdon as that one goes in. Brogdon's got 4 assists now tonight. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Brogdon against Fultz. Now the pass to Harris. Will it go? Again with the block.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Greg protecting the rim. Love the hustle. The shot by Brogdon, no good. The Magic trail by 10. Here's Fultz. Not wasting any time and taking the shot and knocking it down. Fultz has got 13.
Right now, Markelle Fultz playing with a level of determination, grit, and perhaps most importantly, confidence.
Turner passes to LeVert. Sabonis with the ball. To the paint. Stolen by Bamba. Fultz with the ball. And Holiday picks him up defensively. Ross with a wide open look. Here's Bamba. And a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket. He's got 9.
Well, what a job by Mo Bamba to get to his area. Get on the interior, pick your spots. Mo Bamba does just that.
And here's LeVert. 7 points in the game. And Holiday kicks to Sabonis. And the Pacers can't get it to go. The Magic trail by 6. Ross in the corner. Back to Harris for the 3. Cranes the three-pointer. Harris has got 9 points now in just the second half.
Yeah, great anticipation of where the open man was going to be, and Terrence Ross finds him immediately. That's really pretty.
Here's LeVert. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's on Gary Harris. The Pacers have shot 10 of 11 at the line. Nice work so far for them. And the first one at the line is good for the Magic. Carter, he's checked in for Isaac. And it's Carter Williams in for Terrence Ross. Good on both. Carter Williams with it. To the middle. Count it, and the Pacer lead has been cut to just 3 points on the basket from Fultz.
Well, make no mistake, Markelle Fultz, because of his athletic burst, can score on the interior. That's nicely done.
Pass to Brogdon. And Michael Carter Williams gets the whistle that time. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Doug McDermott, he's checked in for Sabonis. Jeremy Lamb comes in for Karis LeVert. Aaron Holiday is checked in for Justin Holiday. And it's T.J. McConnell in for Malcolm Brogdon. Orlando also making some changes. Kem Birch is checked in for Mohamed Bamba. And Hampton subbed in for Fultz. Lamb against Harris. 6 on the shot clock. McDermott passes to Holiday. Lets it go from deep. Indiana again missing.
What a nice individual defensive effort right there. Did a great job contesting.
Here's Hampton. Now here's Carter Williams. He feeds it to Carter. The basket good off the assist from Carter Williams. Carter Williams has got 3 assists in the game. To the inside. And McConnell gets it to go. McConnell's got 7 points in the game.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
And Carter Williams slams it in.
I'll tell you, they're right in this. We'll see if they can maintain momentum.
Probably the most important thing is they regrouped. They worked out some of their frustrations, and now they're starting to have some fun.
Ennis, he's checked in for Orlando. That one drops. He ties it up. And it's McConnell with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Pacers. They've led by as much as 10. Outside Holiday. Pass to McConnell. Clock at 6. Oh, Turner in position. It's stolen by Hampton. For the lead. And the layup is up and in. Hampton's got his 2nd bucket of the game to go.
And that's just showing off right there, guys. I mean, he is too good with that crossover.
Now McConnell. 7 points in the game. And here we go. Carter Williams heading to the hoop. And Carter Williams slams it in.
And that's how to make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered.
And Holiday kicks to McDermott. Pass to McConnell. Now Holiday. 6 on the shot clock. And that one, good. 11 points in the game.
Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the D thinking. Jump shot. Gave a little pump fake. And then off to the races.
Here's Orlando now. They're on an 18-6 run. Now here's Carter Williams. He's covered by McConnell. Here's Carter. Rebounded by Lamb. Indiana trailing here. McConnell passes to Turner. No good that time. Good work defensively by Carter. That'll go on McDermott. That'll be his second foul of the game. T.J. Warren, he's checked in for Indiana. Orlando's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Holiday against Carter Williams. From 10 feet out, knocked away. Indiana's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Here's Lamb. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Lamb's got it all tied up now for the Pacers.
And that's what he does. I mean, he is a bucket getter.
Here's Hampton. There's the pass to Birch. Inside. Here's Carter. Gets that one through the hole, make him now 7 of 13 in this game.
Yeah, that was the third straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Outside Warren. Pass to McDermott. Goes up on the block. He can't get that one to fall. And Orlando will come the other way.
Boy, when you think about Doug McDermott, the last few years with the incredible shooting he brings, he's also been efficient. And though the volume is limited, this guy has done as good a job as he can picking his spots.
5 on the clock. Carter Williams with it. Now defended by Warren. The shot by Carter. Nobody around. And it's Carter again missing. The Pacers have gone 7 for 16 the second half from the field, shooting a bit under 50%. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And Doris, with McDermott, he knows that's how he's most effective on the floor.
That's exactly right, Greg. This guy knows his strengths, and that's his outside shooting, his ability to stretch the floor, the amount of deep shots he takes the last few seasons. This guy is a nice weapon to create space for people around him.
Free throw drops for Lamb. The Magic making a switch here. Fultz is checked in. And Lamb drops them both. Here's Carter Williams. 7 points in the game. Passes it to Fultz. Outside for Carter Williams. Pass to Ennis. Another shot. He blocks it again.
And swatting shots away with ferocity.
GA, he is not messing around in this one. A minute 42 left to play in the third. Shot clock at 3. The feed now to Carter. Out to the right wing. Here's Birch. Offline with his 3.
Boy, a wide open shot from his favorite spot. That is one he'd like to have back.
Warren on the wing. Back to Lamb. Knocked loose. Warren kicks to Holiday. Sinks the triple. Holiday's got 14 points.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
The pass to Fultz. Over Lamb. The Magic again can't hit. Pacers leading by 3. .44 seconds left in the third. And here's Holiday. 14 points for him. The putback. No dice on the putback jam. And it's Carter Williams with the ball for the Magic. Here's Birch, and he goes in for the dunk.
I tell you what, that's an excellent pass there. Carter Williams almost with like a sixth sense to see the play as it develops.
There's 14 seconds left in the third. Warren with the ball. And he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Indiana out in front, up by 1. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. Orlando trailing here. Turner and Sabonis playing inside. Brogdon out there with Jeremy Lamb, and it's Warren in at the 3, the small forward. So that's the group out there for Indiana. For 3, Ross. And Domantas Sabonis pulls it down. Sabonis has got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And now a chance to see what's coming up for Indiana. On Friday, they'll be taking on Jonas Valanciunas and the Memphis Grizzlies. Then on Sunday, they'll face off against Donovan Mitchell and the Utah Jazz.
And for the matchup with the Sixers, they won't have much room for error in that one. A team like this will punish mistakes, but I could see them walking away with this one.
Free throw drops for Lamb.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
Karis LeVert's checked in for Miles Turner, and the Magic making a change here as well. Mohamed Bamba, he's checked in for Wendell Carter. And good on the second, so he makes them both. The Magic trail by 3. Now here's Fultz. Isaac outside. The basket good off the assist from Fultz.
Boy, Jonathan Isaac, if he can consistently make shots, he has got such incredible potential.
Now LeVert. Feeds it to Warren. And the layup's good off the glass.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Boy, when it's this close, you try not to give up these kinds of buckets. Boy, you got to do better defensively.
Fultz looking around. Drops in the layup for 2. Fultz has got the game tied up here for Orlando.
One of the keys as a perimeter player is always stay focused through contact. Markelle Fultz makes that shot despite the physical contact.
Over in the corner, Lamb. Indiana moving the ball around. Here's LeVert, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It goes on Mohamed Bamba.
How about the athleticism of Karis LeVert? So good at slicing through the defense and making them get physical with him.
And the free throw drops for LeVert.
And just a better job of getting to the line here in the second half. Didn't get there once in the first.
Harris is checked in for Michael Carter Williams. He hits both from the stripe. We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter. Harris against Levert. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
Boy, that's the last thing they needed. This game too close to be making those kinds of errors.
Yeah, and luckily they've got terrific depth at that position. If there's one spot on the floor where they can afford to lose somebody, that would probably be it.
And it's Sabonis with the ball for the Pacers. They've led by as much as 10. Here's Brogdon. Pass to Sabonis. Good work defensively by Carter. The Magic have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Here's Harris. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. First free throw is good. And Harris drops them both. Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. Brogdon against Fultz. Brogdon the pass to Levert. Outside, Lamb. Rebounded by Isaac. Isaac's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. And Harris wide open. He shoots. Nails the open triple off the fast break.
Well, tremendous understanding from the young Jonathan Isaac. How about that awareness for the young guy?
Outside Warren. Down low. From 10 feet out. Up it goes, and the Magic lead is cut down to just 1 on the basket from Sabonis.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
This is a player who understands when the game is hanging in the balance. He knows it's winning time.
Harris outside. Ross passes to Carter. Back to Ross. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to be on Jeremy Lamb.
And this is where Terrence Ross turns himself into a weapon. Drawing these fouls, getting to the free throw line. He is such an excellent free throw shooter.
And the first one drops.
And Terrence Ross, the wing from Washington, signed a 4-year deal with the Magic in 2019. The team loves what he brings as a 3-and-D type of player.
And both free throws good for Ross. And Greg, with Ross, he's finally found his role. He's also a great finisher at the rim.
You know, he seemed lost early in his career with Toronto, but he has found a home with Orlando and is playing his best basketball, knows what's expected of him, and how he can help contribute to wins.
Levert kicks to Brogdon. Just 5 on the clock. Back to Levert from downtown. Ross grabs the board. Magic leading by 3. Pushing it up. That's good from Fultz on the assist from Harris. Harris has got 3 assists in the game. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Passes it to Brogdon. Pass to Warren. Ogden trying to get open.
That's a complete effort. Stuck with his man, gets his hand up, and then he doesn't hesitate to finish the possession with the rebounding job.
Fultz with the ball. Ogden picks him up. And up the court come the Pacers on the break. And it's sent back by Carter.
How about the anticipation from Carter Jr.? Has a strong sense for when to go after that block shot.
For Orlando, they've gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the fourth quarter so far. Here's Fultz. Good, nice job down low. Now it's a 7-point Orlando lead.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Well, if you continue to execute at both ends, you can build on this lead.
Ogden the pass to Sabonis. Carter pulls it in. Carter's got 11 rebounds in the game. Harris, good. Harris has got the lead up to 9 now for Orlando.
And in the first half, it was a struggle offensively, shooting a very low percentage, but it hasn't prevented them from grabbing the lead. And now they're shooting it much better here in the second.
For Orlando, they've gotten it done so far from the field here in the fourth, going 6 for 7. Fultz kicks to Carter. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. And so it's Lamb with it. He brings it up for Indiana. And now it's Ross running. He can go all the way.
And the potential Fultz has on the defensive end is scary. A long, quick-thinking player who knows how to rip away those steals.
Sabonis and the pass to LeVert. Outside, Lamb. Isaac against Warren. Isaac with some nice D.
And this has been an outstanding display on the boards, and it's a big part of why they have a lead in this game. Doing the dirty work down low. And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Pass to Sabonis. Ogden against Fultz. It's hauled in by the Magic. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Well, the size and the length of Jonathan Isaac presents a problem for the defense. This guy uses that frame to draw fouls.
And he knocks down the first one.
Well, the potential of Jonathan Isaac is truly exciting. This guy is still a bit raw, but he has every tool to be successful, both offensively and defensively.
Miles Turner, he's checked in for the Pacers. And both free throws good for Isaac. Pacers trail by 13. To the paint. Here's Brogdon. Orlando grabs the miss. Isaac's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. No one near Fultz as he lets it go. Off target from three-point range. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Well, Karis LeVert, the vertical is special. That is nicely done.
Orlando leading by 11. Greg, the NBA under Adam Silver has been aggressive, looking for ways to enhance the product and attract fans. Where do you fall on that point? Push the envelope or don't rock the boat, or maybe somewhere in between?
I think it might be somewhere in between. These days, people's attentions can be pulled in so many different directions. I think they're smart to not rest on their laurels and to continue to try to evolve, but with that evolution, sometimes it's not going to come over as well as they would like. But I'm a fan of some of the experiments, I should say, that we've tried thus far, and I hope the league continues to push the envelope.
That's a good thought.
Well, think back to the 2017 draft, guys. Some were surprised to see Markelle Fultz be the first pick. And when you think back on that draft, there's certainly a lot of what-ifs.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
That free throw good from Brogdon. And so he's able to get one of two.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Carter kicks to Ross. Once again off the mark, Orlando.
I'll tell you, despite his struggles at the offensive end, this team still finds themselves in control of the ball game.
That free throw good from Brogdon. Brogdon hits them both. And it's Fultz with the ball for Orlando. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Passes to Ross. Carter with it. Back to Ross. Shot clock at 5. Brogdon against Fultz. Makes it off the glass. Fultz has got 25 points.
I'll tell you, this lead's not going anywhere with this guy making plays. What a quarter.
Pass to Brogdon. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on Wendell Carter.
Now you have to have an appreciation for Malcolm Brogdon's willingness to draw contact. This guy's got a big body and great concentration.
Brogdon hits them both.
You know, seeing an uptick in his trips to the free throw line, really, since we came out of the half.
Fultz against Brogdon. At the elbow, it's Harris. He feeds it to Carter, and there it is for him. And that's 19 points for Wendell Carter.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Count that bucket.
Well, Karis LeVert has great size to see over the defense and terrific vision there.
Now a timeout called by Orlando.
And starting to send guys to the line way more than they need to. Let's get some good position defense going here. That should be the emphasis, and get away from the sloppy fouls.
And now let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Markelle Fultz.
And Kevin, it's a no-brainer. He's controlled every aspect of this game, and it's just so fun to see a player perform at a level that's just higher than anyone else out on the floor.
On the road, in a tough atmosphere, he's taken on the role of star tonight. If one of their other players came up short, he picked up the slack to make sure they'll be walking out of here with a win. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin. Well, look, here's what Steve Clifford went over with his guys during the break. He told them, look, we're in a good spot. The one thing I want you guys to do, stay in the moment. Don't look ahead. Stay in the moment and compete. Kevin, we'll see if they can keep focused.
Thank you, David. Harris misses.
And it's still a rare sight to see rebound numbers like the ones he's had tonight.
His production has been unbelievable, a testament to how much he cares about his craft.
First free throw is good. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Magic leading by 8. And here's Fultz. And finished off by Fultz.
Well, this has to contribute to Markelle Fultz's confidence, showing right there he can get through the defense.
Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over.
Definitely not pleased with their rebounding at the defensive end. The number of putbacks they've allowed has been terrible. I'm sure that's what he's going to address during this timeout.
Fultz against Brogdon. And there's the pass to Sabonis. Indiana moving the ball around. Turner inside. He's covered by Isaac. The shot by Turner, no good. Open shot by Harris. Harris missing again.
A key rebound there, but they can do a little better on the glass here down the stretch.
That one goes in. LeVert's got 6 points in the quarter.
You know, put a rough first half behind him. He's absolutely crushing it here in the second.
Orlando leading. Harris outside. He kicks it to Ross. Carter outside. Pass to Fultz. Now here's Ross. He's guarded by Brogdon. Back to Fultz. Clock at 4 to the middle. Turner with the steal. And Lamb, here we go. And a great assist by Brogdon as that one goes in. Lamb's got 10 points in just the second half. Magic leading by 6. Fultz, the pass to Isaac. 1:49 left in the fourth quarter. Fultz, no good. And Indiana shooting at a decent 44% clip here. Fultz brings the double team. Sabonis gets to Turner. And again, it's Indiana converting.
Wow, Miles Turner understanding it's my time because it's big time.
There's 1:26 left to play here in the fourth.
And he's been a force on the glass all game long.
A lot of it comes down to great fundamentals. Establishing position early, controlling the backboards. And that is a cold-blooded dagger. Mr. LeVert, welcome to it.
1:16 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Ross with it. No good. They had a chance to end the run there.
Well, this is the kind of shot we've come to expect him to make. He's got to be upset with that one.
A nice shot by LeVert.
So much riding on that shot. What a bucket.
I'll tell you, that changes things, doesn't it? Good job, young fella. What a game.
And so it's Ross. He brings it up for Orlando. 50 seconds left in the fourth. The Magic again can't hit.
Wow, what a rough second half for him shooting the basketball. Maybe you adopt a pass-first mentality at this point.
How about that? Such an instinctive offensive talent. Karis LeVert, natural under pressure.
Time called here. The Magic decide to talk it over. They're down by 2. 40 seconds left in the fourth quarter. The Pacers making a change here. Warren's checked in. .40 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Connects from downtown.
Yeah, coming down the stretch, they've become reliant upon their perimeter game.
Boy, the three-point arc has been a major factor in what they've done here tonight. You love the aggressiveness.
Here's LeVert. It's good!
That's just a feel that you have in the pick-and-roll game. Really good understanding of how to break the defense down by Karis.
Time called here. The Magic decide to talk it over. They trail by 1. 26 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Ross against Warren. There's the 3. No good from Ross.
You've got to find a way to get yourself going in some other way, because hoisting from 3 is not the answer.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
So the first one drops, and that will put them up by 2. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 3-point game.
And the perfect time to be perfect at the line. Only a 3 can tie it now.
For 3, Ross can't knock in the 3. And they need to stop the clock, so there's a foul.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second. And the second of 2 is good. That gives them a 4-point cushion. Now here's Fultz. Misses there. So a close game sees Indiana take this one. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job making sure it didn't get away from them late.
Yeah, I mean, they faced some challenges, but really held firm when they needed to. On both ends, just effective in terms of coming away with this win.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Older, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you next time.